The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it in the end zone. The conversion is good. They're back within a single point here in the fourth.
Jets 16.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's likely to kill this drive on the first play. He does put you a little bit behind schedule. That second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, is exactly how you get it done.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. He's back to throw. And on him again. He goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting that 4th down, picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
And he gets it away from his end zone. He's got it near midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. Good.
Fields to throw it. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they can't connect on the deep looks. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. Here, we got 2nd down.
Defense doubled in knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields.
Let's go, big boy!
This is caught inside the 15. How about a big hitter? 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass game, has loved to tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. What a difference it can make for an offense.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields.
No!
Catch gets both feet in. That's a touchdown.
Complete to Mason
The Jets have taken the lead late.
New York.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for two here and a 7-point advantage.
Here we
The
go.
Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. And a two-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead. But they have to settle for 5.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of the field. Do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion. That's a win-win.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying.
That's all up to my defense.
Here's Gould on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts offense set to head out. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go!
Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Pittman Jr.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Go get him. Bronco 80.
Here he is to throw. Connects with the open man downfield. And they'll stop him here, not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's in second. Good time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack.
Here we go.
Here he is to throw.
See, I knew I shouldn't have ran that play.
Gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
We've got a timeout. Somebody heard on that last play, Brock. That is tight end Tyler Warren, who's in need of some attention. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. Things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here we go, set. Hiking,
Desperation time here. No good. And the pass goes incomplete. And that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a
The Jets have their offense ready to go again. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate's, keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Nice. Position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hall running between the tackles. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run. But he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And he can't escape Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. So it's a road win for the Jets. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Indy.
Yeah.